Hey there, and welcome back to a new episode of Camel Kingdom. As promised last week, we will have a week this week. We will have an episode this week where I was doing some finishing stuff on the main street and on the entrance area in general. A lot of people in the comments questioned about the entrance area and about the main street in general. So I decided to just spend one more episode to finish it. Still, there's a little bit of stuff to do, but I'm running a little bit out of time before the expo of which is actually today. I mean, it's today, and I have uploaded this video at least now. It's really early on in the morning, I guess. At least I plan to release it at 11. That was German, by the way. At 11 a.m. So you guys still have the chance to go in 1 hour. I'm live streaming from the Frontier Expo, live from London, live from here east, where the Frontier Expo takes place, and I'm really happy to be there. So tune in 1 hour time. I'll be having a little info on the screen right now, so you know it. It will be at 12 p.m. British summertime, so make sure to tune in if you have time to. And that's why I was releasing this video right now. Honestly, normally I do it later on in the evening, but today I thought it would be a good idea to have it early on to let you know. Again, I think I have made a video before, but yeah, just another one right now. Anyways, I just wanted to also add that this episode, first of all, it was requested a lot of times, and secondly, there was still a lot of work to do on the main street, but I was actually surprised how well this main street came out. I was really fearing the main street, honestly, before I started to do it, but I'm really happy how it turned out, because, I mean, there is one thing about a main street. It can be easily look like a replica from the Disney Main Street. I think I have huge influences from it as well, but I wanted to give it my own touch, and I think comparing it to some other Main Streets I can see in Planet Coaster and also I can see in real parks, it does have some stuff which does separate it a little bit from it, but at the same time it really looks like a Main Street. I also went into this really annoying rail layout over here, which gave me a little bit of a struggle because I wanted to finish it just for realism touches. Maybe sometime in the future we get the chance to have some flawless or not flawless, trackless rides in the game that could represent the parade. I do have an idea how to do it in a way. I just have some little ideas, to be honest. Also to make it work with the big doorway over there. But yeah, I have to try out when I'm back from the expo and also back from Berlin, because I will be then 1 week in Berlin. So yeah, next week I'm gonna do a showcase of this area over here. So today you won't have any other stuff at the end of the video, just maybe one screenshot or something like that. Maybe even nothing, I don't really know, because I'm really running out of time. But surely next Saturday it will be the first day I'll be back from Berlin, so I won't have anything else prepared. So I am definitely going to have a showcase video prepared from this whole area, because that was also requested a lot. And if I get it done, you will also have within the week the final cinematic video of this Main Street area. I'm gonna preparing a little one, just about 1 or 2 minutes, nothing special. Same goes for the little pirate area over there, so that will be also one, maybe even with the POV of the flawless coaster. I could imagine that could be a nice idea. That said, it would be a really nice idea, guys, if you could give me a hint how we could call the coaster in the pirate area. If you haven't seen that one, just skip back to the last video where you can see the pirate area again and to feel the vibe of this area and to see how it looks like, to maybe just come up with a nice name for it. That would be really nice, because I have no idea. Or just look to the left right now. Okay. After having done a little bit more on the road and on the path, I was going into the waterfront over here, because I thought that looks really ugly at the moment, and I also needed to just change the path a little bit so it is actually flat, because I wanted to do some custom work on the path itself. But if the path is a little bit too much linked to the terrain and too much, windy and stuff, it's a little bit hard to get a custom texture on it with some planks or with something else. So yeah, that was the idea about making it flat again. That's just helping a lot. But then just going back again to the spooky DLC, I'm really sorry to mention it again. No, I'm not sorry, because this DLC is really worth its price. I don't know, over the last couple of days I tried to build as normal as possible in the game, but I just noticed myself always jumping back to the spooky theme and going in and trying out, just look, for example, these little pieces here from this little lamp. I mean, that's how cool it is. You can just use it and have a really nice detail on this little fence, whatever it is, just by putting on this little lantern upside down and using the little ironwork on it as a pillar, or kind of, is it even a pillar? I don't know. It's really a little bit short for a pillar. The only task I had was to cover it up a little bit, and then I come up with this little, as always, chimney, whatever. I just forgot how it was called, but I think it just looks amazing. Like, if it was really supposed to look like that, and it just works well together. I'm really happy actually with this little waterfront in the end. It should look like really Mainstreet-ish, like really royal in a way, but on the other hand side, it shouldn't be too fancy, so that's also why I'm taking those iron things and making them not too golden in the end, but obviously going with this really Mainstreet-ish iron fence over here. I just saw that those little iron pieces over there were just a little bit too much, so I went back a little bit, made the overall look a little bit more simple and clean, because I thought sometimes it's important to just maintain a clean look to it, because I'm gonna duplicating it a lot of times, so the more there is going on, the more you will duplicate, and maybe it's a little bit too much later on, and that will be a problem. Then moving on to, as I said, just a little bit of a cover, which I needed to get in to cover up then the path a little bit, to make it blend in well together, so that it doesn't look like the path is not going up until the wall from the waterfront. So that was really a little bit of a task to do. And then I just figured that the 2-meter piece was a little bit too small, so I went on with a nearly 5-meter version of it, so to duplicate it a little more easy and still remaining this nice little roundish look to it. And I think it's kind of okay. It could be a little bit more round and smooth by just making them smaller, but in the end it came out nicely, so I'm happy with the outcome in this case. So I thought I didn't need to do it a little bit smaller. Then I figured again this little asset, which looked really nice for just one of them, but having them duplicated a lot of times, it looked a little bit too much over all over the place. So I figured I could just delete them and just went on with the planks. That helped a lot, and so I just needed to cover up all the ugly little free spots in between those little pieces. I didn't do it too tidy and too nice, because I thought it should remain a little bit like, those planks have been glued together to make this a nice waterfront, and maybe that was one of the first things ever done in this park, so they maybe have changed some of those planks in the meantime to repair something, and it will be weathering a lot because of the water and because of the spray of the water and waves and whatever. So I just thought, okay, just do it a little bit more natural in a way, to have some planks also sticking out and stuff. And then I just figured I have to do the border between those a little bit more nice, so I choose again this little stone fence kind of, and put it in to the side onto the edge of the wooden kind of, what is this, waterfront terrace, whatever. So basically I just wanted to blend it in a little bit more nice with the path. Honestly, this time we will have the problem that if people go there, they will sink in a little bit. There's not much I can do about it, because it's still a little bit windy, because of the terrain wasn't entirely flat. So that was maybe something I should have spent a little bit more of a closer eye on, but in the end, I think it's just a really minor detail, and we just need to move on, because if I want to make it, perfect again, I would have to delete everything. But still, I'm pretty happy with the outcome. of the waterfront, as I said, because it really adds a lot to the park. And I am now doing a little bit of a planter thingy, which then helps us. By the way, I really like this grave or whatever it is with the nice little dried out soil texture to it, because you can really nicely use it for the planters, because otherwise you don't have anything in between and you just have the grass texture from below, and it's a little bit boring sometimes, so it's nice to have it over there and just use it to blend it a little bit better to the terrain. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty much the easy stuff here, just copying it over a few times to go alongside the paths to make it look a little bit more natural in the way that the path has a nice border to it, and the waterfront is also a little bit more separate from the normal paths, so that it is a little bit more interesting, so you can see a little bit more, and also leaving out a few spaces to put on some benches and bins and benches, put a planter here and there again, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is all about this waterfront. Yeah, but as you can see, I did quite a lot in this episode, and I think it should be enough now for the commentary. I'll leave you alone with the rest of this video, and as I said, just remember to tune in about, if you watched this video until this very moment in time and you have just hit the video right after it was uploaded. It's about 40 minutes that I'm gonna be streaming live from the Frontier Expo. So make sure to tune in, and if I do stream over Twitch, I have no idea if I do, but if I do stream via Twitch or YouTube, you can then watch it later again. So if you're watching this on Sunday, the October the 8th, just jump over to my Twitch and you can rewatch the stream, because there will be so many new news to what's going on with Planet Coaster, Jurassic World Evolution. There will be so much going on. I still have no clue if anything is announced yet, because I'm streaming quite early. So maybe there is already something announced or leaked or whatsoever, but yeah. You will just get the info first over there if you watch the official streams, my stream and whatsoever. But that should be it, guys. Have a nice Saturday, nice Sunday, or whenever you watch it, and see you then in the next video. Cheers and bye-bye.